Hey guys, Alkali Layke here with another video for you. This time we're going to talk about Aggro Highlander Hunter, which took me to Legend with a 100% win rate. Wait. You heard that right. 100% win rate, and it's not clickbait. Like, it actually happened. It did. I went 15-0 from rank 5 to Legend with this deck, which I originally got from finding a post from Sidisi. I'll show that to you here. So this is the post. I posted this on Twitter, so make sure to follow me on Twitter if you guys want quicker information, because I posted this yesterday and I'm just getting to the YouTube video today. So I saw a post from Sidisi, who's my favorite Hunter player on Twitch. I'll link him below so you guys can get access to him too. And he posted a deck list that he was going to use from Soo-Young Lee, who's a Korean Hearthstone player, and he was going to use that deck list for the Brawliseum that's going on right now. So I used it for the Brawliseum and it went okay, but I liked the feel of it. So right after the Brawliseum, I just jumped into some ladder games at rank 5 and wasn't expecting much, and then out of nowhere, just 15-0 straight to Legend. So I thought I would do a guide on it for you. I hadn't played that deck much until yesterday, but I understand Hunter really well. I have the most wins with Hunter, and I understand how to play the class. So we're going to talk about the deck, we're going to talk about the mana curve, we're going to talk about what you're going to want to mulligan for, and then I'll show you a game after we do that. So let's get to it. Alright, so let's talk about this deck and how it works. This is an aggressive deck, or as we call it, an aggro deck, not a control deck. So your mission here is to beat the opponent as quickly as possible before they can get control of the board or get to their late or end game, because we cannot beat a deck that has a strong late game. So one thing that you can do when you're trying to figure out your deck is to reference the mana curve. If you're not used to looking for this, you can hover over the deck list name and it will show you the mana curve. So we have 11 cards in this deck at 1 mana and 10 at 2 mana. What that tells you is there's 21 cards in your deck that are under the cost of 2, which means you have an over 60% chance to draw a low cost card. So what you're going to want to do is keep the most low-cost cards you can have, keep the most low-cost cards you can in your mulligan. So what are you looking for? You're looking for 1-drops. 1-drops are important because you don't want to draw them on like turn 5 or turn 6. I mean, hopefully we beat our opponent before then, but you want to have them in your hand. So 1-drops are crucial here. If you have a 1-drop, you keep it, with the exception of a few, which we'll talk about. And then 2-drops are great keeps too. Like, let's say you drew 1 2-drop, and then like your high cost cards like Bran or maybe Dragonbane. I would probably keep the 2-drop just because I'm not so sure I'm gonna draw what I need. There's definitely situations, and it depends on who your opponent's against, but for the most part, keep 1-drops. And then there's some 2-drops that are just better than others, so we'll talk about that. The most important 1-drops that you can keep are Blazing Battle Mage, just because it's super well statted, Dwarven Sharpshooter, because it's difficult to remove because it has 3 health, and then it also has potential on turn 2. And then also there can be some amazing synergy with Tour Guide, especially if you happen to draw or have Phase Stalker in hand. So I love this combo because you can Tour Guide on 1, which allows you to play Phase Stalker on 2 with a free hero power. So consider options as far as synergies in your deck, but don't try to force mulligans for synergies. Really just try to get the 1-drops in your mulligan. I always throw away tracking if I get it in my mulligan because it just feels bad. It doesn't get a minion on the board. Again, what's our job here? Get minions on the board, keep minions on the board, smack them in the face, that way we can finish up with spell damage and or Diamond Tamer Bran for our late game, which is turn 7. So that's pretty much it for the mulligan. I'm going to walk you through some stats on HSReplay right now, and then we're going to go straight into a game. Alright, if I were you, I would get very familiar with HSReplay, and I would consider paying the $4.99 a month for access to it because, in my opinion, it is very well worth it. So you can look at the stats of your deck list on HSReplay, and then you can organize your deck list by mulligan. So if you haven't used this tool and you're a new player and you're really grinding for Legend, because I know there's not a lot of days left in this month, consider using this tool. One thing you can do is select your opponent, which is pretty rad. Like what was I facing a lot of? I was facing a lot of Demon Hunter. So you can choose your opponent as Demon Hunter. You can choose whether you're on coin or going first, which dramatically changes your win rate against certain deck types. Look at us going first here. Our win rate is massive. Like, our odds of winning here, like, we have one card if we draw, it's 85% win rate, right? But then if we're on coin, that changes because, again, we are an aggressive deck. We really want to go first. Being able to go first is very important to us, but still, you know what to keep in your hand in such a way to increase your odds to win. So definitely consider HSReplay if you haven't yet. I'm not sponsored by them or endorsed by them in any way. I just really like the tool. So it's a great way to get used to learning how to use your deck. But really, it just comes down to what I told you. Keep the 1-drops. 2-drops are okay, but not as good as 1-drops. Throw away tracking. And probably the most important 2-drop you could keep, if you choose to, is Phase Stalker. So that's pretty much it. Let's get into some games. I am going to link the code in the deck list below, and I'm going to link to my Twitch channel in case you want to follow me there. I'm going to be playing this deck a lot this month, and decks like it, because I know some of you are going to be coming by to check out some games. So if you come by my Twitch channel and you saw this video, make sure to mention it, and I will answer any questions you have. All right, now we're going to get into some games. I'm going to walk you through all my thought processes. I'm not a GM or anything, so don't expect me to be perfect, but we'll do our best and show you what we're thinking. So we're up against a mage here. I want to show you how to use this tool. I don't often pull it up anymore, but I am going to go ahead and pull up HSReplay for you, just so you can get an idea of what I was talking about earlier. So we're going to click on mage. Let me see, are we going first? We are going first. So on coin here, against mage, we want Zephyrus. Animal Companion, I actually disagree with Animal Companion. Intrepid Initiate, so good. Unleash the Hounds. Okay, so my thoughts here are Intrepid are really good, and Zephyrus is really good. So, let's see. Alright, so we got Tour Guide and Zephyrus. We're definitely going to keep that. I'm going to get rid of Hounds here. I mean, Hounds is good, though, if they are playing Small Spell Mage, which they do. I'm not sure. I don't think Hounds is going to be good. We want to draw those 1 and 2 drops, so I actually might even get rid of Tour Guide here. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to be aggressive and just push for minions that can survive longer. Tour Guide dies to ping, so I don't love it. And, of course, we draw Tracking and Kill Command. All right, well, hey. We might be tempoing a Zephyrus here. Now, why would tempoing a Zephyrus be good for us? Let's talk about that. We get a 2/3 on the board, and it allows us to find an Animal Companion or a Brightwing, something like that. We're definitely not going to use it to gain Wild Growth. We want to get minions on the board. So here we have Tour Guide again. Let's see what we want to do. I mean, I can Zephyrus into Backstab, but then they probably just play the Arcane Missiles right away, which isn't the worst. What to do? I think we are going to Zephyrus. Let's try to get a minion on the board. Let's try to get some momentum going. We're going to go into... Let's go into Brightwing here. We didn't get Backstab, which I think is interesting. I wonder if it's because of the Death Rattle. So, trade and ping, not so bad. I actually think I like Bone Chewer and Adorable Infestation better here. Because this makes the health range so much higher, and the combination of spells that they'll have to do to get rid of that are greater. They can't remove it with one... I guess they could remove with one spell if it's deal 3 damage and ping. But, yeah, they probably don't have that. So it's just much more difficult for them to remove, and it gains attack if it gets pinged, so... Uh-oh, magic trick. Partner. No way. Okay. You know what, Mage? Touche. Touche. I really, really want Dwarven Sharpshooter. It is such a good card. Can we top deck it? Wow, freezing the face ahead of time. Okay. It's because of all those evocation spells they got. Alright, to do, what to do? I want to track him here. Not enough. Let's go ahead and Ingenuity here. It's gonna set us back a little bit, but I think that we have some time. We are really hoping to draw Phase Stalker here and not the do we have Wolpertinger in our deck? We do. Let's get Phase Stalker. Nope, Wolpertinger. Okay, okay. Alright, well, Wolpertinger it is. I mean, it's 6/6 in stats for 1 mana, so it's not bad. Also, we always get coffee time during Hearthstone. So, this mage is a control deck. One thing to do is really establish if you know what they are and know what you are. They are control, we are aggressor. If you are facing control, there are times you're going to have to value trade. If you're facing aggressor versus aggressor, 2 aggressive decks, you're not likely to be value trading as much. The reason I say we might have to value trade against a control deck is they often have cards that do something like this or this one. Alright, no. What's the value of doing Polkelts? We would only top deck Dragonbane, which doesn't do much for us. We already have Bran in hand. We could kill command the Sorcerer's Apprentice, which I'm leaning towards. Which is a bit feels bad, man, you know? But we want to get rid of this spell damage. I hate trading, but we're going to have to do that. We're going to lose one of these 3/2s, but I think it's okay. Let's play the Cub and the Tour Guide, but I'm not sure we're hero powering. I'm trying to decide. If we top deck, the reason why I'm thinking we won't is if we top deck for some reason Phase Stalker, we'll be able to Polk it and Phase Stalker and hero power. So even though we can... let's see. Oh, that's a good card for us. I'm considering whether or not we do some trades this turn, and I think we're going to. We want to make the biggest board we can, because we have, we're going to make it difficult to remove the board, and we have Bran coming up next, so we can save this. Spell Burst, refresh your mana crystals. That is so good. I'm going to go ahead and keep this board and protect it. Now, if they freeze it, that sucks for us. But I don't want them to trade out this Kreen. Now, I know I could have sent 8 damage to the face, but I'm at 17 health, and they do have a lot of spells. For board space, I'll have to trade something this turn just to be able to play Bran. And I can't actually do that with Kreen out, so hopefully they actually get rid of one of these. Oh, they don't. Alright, well, Pressure Plate's actually really good here. Spell Burst, refresh your mana crystals. It's so good. I have to remove that. So let's do... They're immune while attacking unless I kill this. So let's keep this one. Let's keep this one. Let's do this. Let's actually trade him and Bran. Now they really have to figure out what to do with this board. I know I said we're the aggressor and we shouldn't trade, but they had a lot of damage on the board and we very much die if we don't kill that. This is an example of knowing what they have in their hand and knowing their deck. I know they can freeze this. I'm hoping they don't. I know that they can probably find Blizzard and kill part of it and freeze the rest of it. So I'm aware of what they have, so I want to try to get as much damage in as I can. So I'm a little nervous that I went too slow, but again, walking you through what's going on in my mind. Feel free to leave comments if you think I'm doing some things wrong, but again, small spell mage can just be a little bit tricky. Alright, mage, what are you gonna do with 2 mana? You have all these gifted cards, so what are you gonna do? Like, let's see, they're holding, what, 10 cards in their hand? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 8? 8 of them are gifted? You're dead, mage. Alright, so we got him. But, yeah, so I played that hand very differently than I normally would be in an aggro deck. But, again, they have specific threats that can really damage us. One of them being Sorcerer's Apprentice. It just had to go. I was almost starting to regret not keeping like an animal companion, or I can't remember if I had hounds, but I had something that would have removed it. I was about mid-game, I was thinking, are we gonna make it? But we did. But, you know, we managed their threats on the board because they definitely have the ability to clear us so easily. But I also think they just might have drawn really poorly there. So, and their, you know, RNG spells didn't really go in their favor. So let's get into another one here. Right, so another control deck. So at the beginning of every game, ask yourself, what are you likely against? We're very likely against Bomb Warrior with the way the meta is right now, although I am seeing a different, like, I'm seeing Bomb Warrior, but I'm not seeing aggro Bomb Warrior. I'm seeing a lot more control style Bomb Warriors. So knowing that, let's just get as much damage on the board as possible early, which is always our strategy. But I want to talk about why I really like this hand. One, Zephrys can handle anything, so we always want it. Adorable Infestation's fantastic because we happen to have Blazing Battle Mage. And in this particular situation, because we have a turn 1, a turn 2, and a possible turn 3, and the extremely high likelihood, I mean 21 cards on 2 mana or less that we can draw into, we're likely to fill the 3 spot, that I'm going to keep Polkelt here. I'm going to keep Polkelt because I really, really want to draw into Bran and Dragonbane. So we have our curve, which is important. We know most likely what we're up against, and we know we need to beat them before they can start gaining a lot of armor, which they do. So now that we draw coin, I'm going to take the time because we have a lot of time between our turns. Some people just play way too fast. So we have options here, and I always want to talk through our options. We can Toxic coin Battle Mage. We can Battle Mage coin Adorable Infestation for a heavy first board. Or we can save our coin because we have Polkelt, and we're going to be able to coin Bran on 6. So I think I'm going to save coin because I really want to coin Bran on 6. Is that the right move? I'm not sure. Again, something for comments for you guys. We know we want to always get the best start we possibly can. And the best start we could have possibly gotten would have been Battle Mage Adorable Infestation. But, again, I think it might be more important in this matchup to get Bran. Here we have the choice between Zephyrus and Bone Chewer. I'm going to go with Bone Chewer only because Zephyrus is one of our only ways to kill the weapon. So they are going to most likely, since they played Corsair Cache, play the bomb weapon on 4. So knowing that, we want to delete that weapon as quickly as possible, so that way we can get Lorekeeper Pelt out, Lorekeeper Polkelt out, and coin Bran on 6. Otherwise, if we get too many bombs in our deck, we are not going to be able to get Bran out. So here, let's go with... I kind of want to go with Toxic and Hero Power, only because I really think they're going to play that weapon. And I want to get extra damage on the board before turn 6 with the Leaper Gnomes. Now, there's argument for playing Adorable Infestation there, because it protects our Brawler. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have the bomb weapon. We have Reaper's Scythe. Okay. Okay. Changes things a little bit. I am not going to kill that weapon with Zephyrus. Now, they probably boost their weapon here and take out both minions. I'm just not sure I want to Zephyrus that weapon away with Ooze yet. Again, the value of Zephyrus here is so important because we need to coin Bran before we get bombs in our deck if they happen to be running that. Okay, now we're Bulwark. Alright. So good. So we can coin that on 6. Whenever your hero would take damage, lose 1 durability instead. I'm wondering if we're going to Zephyrus that. No matter what, they can't get 2 bombs in our deck next turn. Let me think about this. I think we are going to Zephyrus that. They can't get 2 bombs in before we coin Bran. So this is the most damage I could pull off this turn, and the most potential damage next turn if they don't address the board. So one thing we want to do as an aggressive deck is make them want to address the board, which they did. We hope we keep the board, and we lost the brawl so bad, but that's okay. We play Bran here, we get 9 damage in. I'm really sad that the Marsul Cub was the only thing that lived, but right now we're in a really good spot because our play next turn is very likely going to be Dragonbane, Hero Power. The only thing I think that could possibly be better would be Kill Command. Oh no. Oh no! Okay. Alright, what do we got here? This is good. This is good. Because we have Desert Spear, we have Ace. Okay, we've got this. Your characters are immune while attacking. Alright. Well, goodbye shields. Goodbye shield here. Goodbye shield here. Man, we have to kill this. I don't think they have another brawl. But if they do, I have to prepare for it, which means I don't want to play the Wolpertine. I don't think I want to play any of this. I think we're just going to do nothing here. I had to get rid of Vargoth, though. I had to get rid of Vargoth more than I had to get rid of Blade Fist. We're definitely nervous. Deathwing. Okay, attack your own guy first, buddy. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, that's the best that could have possibly happened. You are dead. You are so dead. Oh my god. Aces. So clutch there for that game was understanding our opponent. It wasn't the deck that I thought it was going to be, but regardless, I kept the I kept Zephyrus for weapon removal, because weapon removal is so important against warrior. And just in case it was bomb, I want to prepare you guys for if you face bomb against warrior, you have to make sure you can get your Bran out as soon as possible, which is why I was really, really happy to see pull Celt in our mulligan, because that is our goal. Let's get to Bran. Let's get to Bran fast. Let's try to kill that weapon if we can. Let's get Bran out before our deck is diluted with bombs. So epic. I hope you guys learned a lot. This deck is tons of fun. Let's see, it is the 24th of September today, which means you have less than a week to try to get Legend this month if you haven't yet. Do I think this deck can do it for you? Absolutely. Do I think you have time? For sure. I hit Legend last night in less than 2 hours. Let's pull up that stat real quick. I'm just curious. All right, so I've got our win rate from last night pulled up for you guys. And can you hit Legend before the end of the month? Absolutely, if you haven't yet. I did this in 1.2 hours. That's crazy. I've never hit Legend that fast before. And I have to tell you, I did not have bonus stars. I was not at an 11-star bonus. I was at a 10-star bonus, which means my stars ran out by Diamond 5. So from Diamond 5 to Legend, 1.2 hours, 100% win rate. Do I think that you're gonna hit Legend with 100% win rate? Unfortunately, it is unlikely statistically. I think I got lucky. So on HSReplay right now, this deck has an average win rate of 64%, which is still much higher than the 50 to 55% average win rate. So good luck to you. There's still plenty of time, less than a week to hit Legend. Go get them, go do it. Deck list is in the comments, and good luck. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you love content like this, and follow me on Twitch for more weekly content. Thank you.